factor is because there will be introduction, there will be transfer of proceed. Unlike invoice discounting, where if I'm with the bank knows the money is going to come into the bank will remove it, so the bank does not have to follow up. Other invoice discount, the bank is not following up, the exporter follow up. So the bank does not get to know directly, or the buyer does not get to know directly who is financing the exporter. Forfeiting. Forfeiting is a method of trade finance that allows exporters to obtain cash by selling their medium term account receivables. Now, the other one is a short term, this is a medium term account receivables. A forfeiter is a specialized financial firm or a department in a bank that perform non-recourse export financing through purchase of medium-term account receivables. It involves selling at a discount a long-term account receivables or a promissory note from a foreign buyer. Similar to factoring and forfeiting. Similar to factoring, forfeiting usually eliminates the risk of non-payment once the goods have been delivered to the foreign buyer in accordance with the terms of sale. However, unlike factor, forfeiter typically work with the exporter who sell the capital goods, commodities, or large projects and needs to offer a period of 180 days. It's usually a medium or long term. 180 days up to 7 or even up to 7 years. In forfeiting, receivables are normally guaranteed by the importer's bank. Now, as an exporter, if a forfeiting can set to have been done when I have a bill of exchange, I've shipped, and the person pay after 180 days. Now, because it's bill for collection tenor, the buyer will sign a bill of exchange saying he will pay at 180 days. Now, his bank will guarantee that bill of exchange. We call that avalization. When the importer's bank guarantee the bill of exchange, we call that avalization. When the bill is avalized, then a forfeiter can now release fund release fund to the exporter. Because the bill has been avalized, so there is a guaranteed payment on the importer's bank. So the acceptable types of instrument, the acceptable types of instrument in forfeiting by most banks include letter of credit. For them to forfeit, release fund before payment is made, avalized bill of exchange, like I've explained, outstanding claim on guarantee, outstanding claim guarantee by standby or LC, outstanding claim guarantee by export credit insurance, outstanding claim guarantee by IFC or a government agency. Because it's a long term. So forfeiting is similar to factoring. Whereas factoring is for short term, forfeiting is for medium or long term. Export credit insurance. Export insurance protects an exporter of product or services against the risk of non-payment by a foreign buyer. In other words, export credit insurance significantly reduces the risk associated with doing business internationally by giving the exporter conditional assurance that payment will be made in the event that the foreign buyer is unable to pay. Simply put, with an export credit insurance policy, exporters can protect their foreign receivables against a variety of risks, which could result in non-payment by the foreign buyer. The policy generally covers commercial risk, insolvency of the buyer, bankruptcy or protracted default, slow payment, certain political risk, war, terrorism, revolution, as well as currency incompatibility, expiration of goods, and changes in import and export regulation. Export credit insurance is mainly offered in Nigeria by Nexim Bank. So as an exporter, if you are shipping and you want export credit insurance, Nexim Bank is the place to go. If you go to Nexim Bank, Nexim Bank can easily assist you to cover the risk of non-payment. Now, you need to have given a supplier's credit. 180 days time, then they can cover that risk. But they have other terms and conditions you need to fulfill also to be able to get this export credit insurance from Nexim Bank. As we round off, we are on to export trade risk and mitigation. As you finance export as a banker, you need to understand the fact that there are risks associated with export. Now, I'll be digging deeper in risk here. In under our fundamental of export business practice, we talk about just about 4 of them. But here we'll be discussing more in detail on the risk you stand to face as an exporter, as a bank financing export, and how you can mitigate those risks. And you as an exporter, some other risks you have to face, and how you can mitigate those risks also. Any business which choose